Okay. Okay, so this time we'll review a game between Kobayashi Koichi, who was a Kisei, Juden and Tengen title holder. So 3 titles in a row. And the opponent was his eternal rival, as we can say, Takemiya Masaki, who has the Honinbo title at this time. The main time was 9 hours each, and the Komi was 5.5 points. So again, this is a pretty old game to review, but I really like this game because in this game you will see the difference between the two styles, the two completely, how to say, so the natural style, what Takemiya say usually, the center-oriented style, and the Kobayashi Koichi completely point-oriented style, like always take the cash, always playing solid, crawling on the second and third line, and just reduce the opponent moyo and win by 1 or 1.5 point. That was usually the plan. And Takemiya always creating something big, something huge, always looking for the bold fist fight. Because many people misunderstand the style of Takemiya. It's not just about building something big, but creating fights. I mean, usually that you are playing for thickness to fight, not to building. I mean, if you build your thickness with your walls and with your thickness, that's not that effective. I mean, you would like to chase the opponent to the wall. That's the main goal of the wall, not building, but to use it as attacking. So each of Takemiya games is about massive fighting everywhere, every time when it's possible. So, but this time he was a bit slack, let's say, or not that aggressive he used to be, or Kobayashi just could play a perfect game against him this time. But this is a really interesting game, I think. It has some really nice tesuji and nice ideas, so that's why I picked up this game. So let's see, this time black was Takemiya and yeah, white was Kobayashi. So far nothing special happened. Usual Joseki. This time choosing high because this tone is low. This is actually almost like a Kobayashi formation, but with a more thick shape. And because this is a Kobayashi formation, we already know the approach is coming from here. Because if you would approach from, for example, this point, then any kind of pincer is better for black at this point. Because, for example, if you choose this Joseki, which is going like this, and this is just one example, one quick example, which we already discussed many times, I think. Push. And then white extend because the ladder is good for white, right? But the problem is there is another ladder which white need to consider before playing this move. And that ladder is going to this direction. This is still Joseki, but a complicated one. And here is the first question. What do you think, where white should play? I should jump here or should jump here? Which is the better and why? What do you think? Any idea? The first looks which is more natural. Which jump looks more natural? This would look more natural now.
But if black plays this,
Yeah, if black plays it, then
white needs
to
one.
extend.
Yeah.
Let's say I defend. Anything happen?
Mm,
Not much. Still it's captured. So
yes.
so actually this is a mistake, but that's not the reason why it's a mistake. The reason why it's a mistake because black can play this Hana, which first doesn't look so threatening, right? But actually if I defend, black extend playing the Hana, now black gained one extra liberty because of the two Hana. And now black is winning the capturing race. Funny thing, right? Because usually white would like to play here, but now it's not a big deal because it looks like 3 against 3, but the problem is that white need to extend here and then black can take a liberty. So all of a sudden it's 2 against 3, so black is winning this semi-eye. If white playing this one, then again black can just take a liberty. And okay, it's 2 against 2, but actually white cannot really throw in here, because in that case black just take the 1 stone and the 2 stone and nothing happened. So with this extra Hana, black gained the liberty, which means he's winning the semi-eye now. But if it's here and black played the Hana, then nothing happened because that's not a liberty, not an extra liberty. I mean, if black playing this now, so like this, and white block, then white can simply take, it's not here, sorry, it's like this. So if black play this, white can play this, black play this, white just capture. So it's not working. Okay. So it's really important. And it looks like there is not a huge difference between this move and this move, but actually it can decide the game all of a sudden. So it's like this. So white jump, black plays white, point white to connect, and now if the ladder is good, then no problem, black plays red the breaker there. But actually black can capture the 2 stone now. The question is how can animal show the tesuji here to capture the 2 stone? Any idea?
This.
That one? Okay. And if I come here? What? Is it? Let's just play it. No. The first move is correct actually, just follow your idea. Or reading mode. Now it's a ladder, right? And it's captured. And the only reason why it's working is this stone. And we started as a Kobayashi formation where we have this stone already, right? So it means even if the other ladder, because it's like this, right? So the original ladder, let's say, going there, then that's good for white, right? And usually if that ladder is good for white, then white can play this Joseki, because usually there is no stone here. But this time, because we started with the Kobayashi opening with the stone here, white cannot extend even if the ladder, the original ladder, is good for white, because there is another ladder which is good for black. So it means that even with a simple, let's say simple Joseki choice like that, with this pincer, black can take advantage from this stone. And that's the main goal of the Kobayashi opening, to using this stone somehow, if white approach from here. And that's why usually this approach is a mistake. Because first it looks like a completely normal move, right?
Yes.
Like nothing happened. But this time it's a mistake, so white need to come from here. And
But nowadays some pro still play this.
sure, it's possible. I mean, but they are professional players.
Yes.
They can do anything. Pretty much. Sometimes they don't give a shit about some theory or something like that. If the player would be Kobayashi, 100% that he would play. I mean, if black would be Kobayashi, he would play this, but black is Takemiya, so black pincer, you know? And the aim of this move is that black was hoping if white played this, black can extend again, and we go back to the usual Joseki, which is good here because black has a stone already here, black is stick here, so black can aim for something big, right? But usually we would like to go against the opponent idea, and if we know what is the opponent aiming for, we want to play against it. So white played this move, this attach. Black played this, and Hane, another Hane. So yeah, the aim of this Hane is that if white play this and this, taking out the Ponoki is huge. Like this, it's not bad for black. Because again, black is thick and black would like to play for thickness. So instead of that, white just connect here, solidly. And that means black needs to connect too. And now, I think white is satisfied with this result because this shape, even though it looks a bit over-concentrated, let's say, it's pretty strong. It's out of the center and okay, black gained some territory here, but it's not that big. And the game is so far quite peaceful, and because this shape is strong, I can even consider to pincer here. Now. And black need to jump out. And white has time to extend here. And now, maybe we would be afraid that black can play this move, for example, or... Actually, that's what black played. Now we are closing but the thing is that white is already alive here. Or... yeah, white should be alive, otherwise, because white tenuki here. And now, even though this looks painful because we are completely sealed in, and black got many moves outside, but white managed to settle himself here and even managed to double pincer. So, looking to the wall board, I think white is already better a bit here, or let's say for white, I mean, as we know that white is Kobayashi Koichi, that his style is more like playing for territory, so this kind of game is more comfortable for him already. Because Takemiya cannot really play for anything huge, Moyo cannot really force Kobayashi to fight, because white is settled everywhere already. So I think the game is more comfortable for white at this point. This move feels a bit slow, I would say. But actually black has no better way to attack or setting up a plan. Of course, later black can looking for something nice in the center and the bottom area, but right now that's not urgent because this black stone is under attack. So first black need to settle that stone somehow first. before moving to the center and the bottom area. So how is it? Like this, right? So now the question is how to settle that one stone. What do you think? What black should play here? Which should be the move? Any idea? Somehow black need to run away or gain some shape or base. Which would be the best move here? Where would it play? Ah, okay. That's a nice move. And if white honey, what's the vital point here? Actually, black has more option here, but which is the more natural?
Extend.
The extension, yes. And now if white play this, black can again, it's okay. No, sorry, it's like this. And this is weird a bit. Black played this. Which first looks, yeah, a little bit weird, but it makes sense because now if white extend, black can just connect. And white has no really good move to continue here actually. I mean, if I just extend, I can just honey. Now black can even double honey here. Black can even start a co, but I don't think that black has any severe co threat. Maybe I'm against this group. So like this, and white take. But even if black just connect, and white capture, now black can cut here. White need to defend. The black can extend. And this is not a bad result because white cannot really start to move out with this one stone as long as this group is not yet settled. So this looks okay result for black, probably. But still feels a bit weird, this move, to me. How was it like this, right? Also the question is if black can block here, and if white can cut. But this cut looks a little bit too much, no? I mean, this black cut shouldn't be good because now black can just, I mean white can just play this. And capturing the one stone or capturing the 4 stone, 3 stone looks me now. Because if black defends somehow, white can just capture this, right? And if black running out with this stone, then white can just capture here. So it's pretty much game over with this happening. So it means that unfortunately black cannot really block here. So yeah, this is interesting. And that's also interesting why it didn't extend here. What is the main reason behind it? Because white played this, and the funny thing is that now black playing this move, which is the perfect example that if a move is good for the opponent, that's good for me as well, right? So now whites need to connect, and black can play. Black played here, and black can just defend here. Now the thing is that it looks like that jumping to the corner is pretty big, right? Because it taking the base. It's base for white as well, but then black can launch pretty severe attack here against the 3 stone. So instead of that, white just play peaceful, like we talked about it, that white would like to avoid any kind of unnecessary fight. So instead of that, he just say, okay, this is enough for me, and he just let black making base here. Actually, black didn't play it yet, but instead of that, first ask this move. Why just played this? It's a bit awkward, this move, because it's really painful if black connect, black became even more stronger, but the fact is that white is... Sorry?
Black can play something here, maybe.
He can play, but that's not much help.
Oh.
Because this is really painful now. Because anyway you will connect, right? And it looks like that if you go back a bit, that white play here and now black playing here, right?
Yes.
Which is of course not a good exchange. So instead of that, it's almost good, but actually black can play this.
Oh.
But it has more meaning because again you defend the cutting point, but you put some pressure on white as well. And this is the actual game. Not yet, that can be.
But, yeah, oh.
Because it was like this. Yeah, I was expecting this move too. But instead of this move, black just played this. Because he wanted to put some pressure on white. And now this. And white is just alive. So the question is, if these two move, what's better than just simply connecting? Was it worse to play it like this? I mean, did black gain with this two move? It's like this, right? Probably, I'm not sure actually, because let's see what they see. Okay. It's funny because they say that this move should be here, which is a bit weird. Interesting. Anyway, the game is about like this. And now white is a really good counter move here, which actually a good example why this move was a bad move. And it's not easy to find, but before leaving here, because as you can see this is not alive yet, right?
Yes.
How you kill it? Actually there are two ways to kill it. how you kill it. Come on, this is not so difficult to make. Black to kill.
This.
Which one? That one? Oh, that's also okay. It's also fine. And if I play here... Ah, maybe I cheated. Ha.
Just connect.
It's completely fine. Because if white play here, then you can play
Yes.
here, right? Also you can start here. It's probably a bit faster, but it's the same, right? It's pretty much the same. But before leaving here locally, white can ask this move. Which is painful because if black would like to kill, you cannot do it actually right now. Like this. Ah, sorry, like this. Because then... Because then white has some counter attack. Black is connect, and then white can just break through. And the problem is, even if black answer locally first, like this, and white play the Atari, which is again a free forcing move for white. And actually this forcing move is really painful because now, if white coming back, later white has this tesuji. And that's why this bamboo could be a better move to connect. Because now, and later in the game this will be really painful, this move actually. So this is the game, and white played this. And now black came back. And this is a really good example, I think, why we should looking for the most simple moves in a game, because this is a little bit faster move for black, right?
Yes.
And it looks like it's putting more pressure on the white shape, but actually, in the end, it leaves some really painful defect behind. So, and this move might look slower, but it has less defect. So, even in professional games, slight mistakes can happen, which can decide the game. I mean, this is almost like a half move difference, probably. Because if white has this aji around, it means that this group is not in that huge danger, as it looks like. Which is crucial. Especially against a player like Takemiya, who can read extremely deep and accurate. A weakness like this or an advantage like this can be really important. But let's see how Kobayashi used this defect. Okay, so white played this. And of course, black resist. And all of a sudden, this move arrived. And now the thing is that black need to play here. And all of a sudden a fantastic tesuji combination is coming to the top. Because now white can play this. Yep. And black can play here. And now white is out to the center. And it's really, really painful. White can take this one single stone. All of a sudden the black shape collapsed here. means that black need to play this stone, this attack. Black needs to take, and oh, sorry. White didn't play this yet, but instead, Hanne. And this combination is extremely good for something like this. Yep. So now and yeah. So what happened here? White is already alive, right? So white can anytime play this as an eye. White can anytime play this as a second eye. And white breaks through to the center, which is also pretty painful, and white has center. And why? One slight shape issue. And I don't say that black collapsed, because this is still a long game to go. Because black has some territory, white is... I mean, okay, this is small, this is also small, but the thing is that now white has center and he can play one of the biggest moves on the board left. Again, white is comfortable in the game, because black has no target. Okay, black has a huge area here, but pretty much that's all. Because let's say this same to this same to this, and white has the wall other side of the board. So yeah, this combination was extremely nice by white. I think this is like some really high level technique you could see here, and black couldn't avoid it. That's the problem, that black had no counter attack against it, because it was kind of like, how to say, unavoidable. This drive in tesuji and warikomi here, both was like, black has no choice but to answer like how he answered. But still a long way to go, and black played this. Now this is interesting. Where would you play at this position as black?
I play this or this.
Yeah, both looks natural. Like, I mean, splitting aside is kind of easy, because these two extensions is Miai, so if, for example, white play this, black can even consider this, right? The only problem is with this kind of play that this is again too simple for white. I mean, okay, black settled himself there easily, but nothing happened in the game, and black is not ahead, unfortunately. So black needs to be more active somehow, otherwise he cannot take the game in point-wise. So this is too easy for white, because he could protect the corner simply. He even got this move for free, and black got a solid group, but that's all. So maybe this is a bit too soft for black. And this move that you mentioned here, it has the same reason why I'm not good. If white just play here, black can take the corner, right?
Yes.
Easily. White cut because, and black cut because he would like to create cutting points and weakness. White can Atari, white defend, and now question is if white can hane or not. This hane. How is the leather now? What leather? That's the question, I guess. So, how is this leather? Who has the leather now? I cannot count out. So, for me, it's impossible to count this kind of leather because it's too long. It would take like 5 minutes probably. And that's not good for the video, let's say. I'm just reading leather for 5 minutes. Hopefully that I can read it out perfectly. So, who has the leather here? I have no idea, but really. I don't know. I think it's black, but...
I think white.
You think white? Okay. I believe you. I don't know. So, I need a second.
Probably white.
I have no clue. And I don't want to count this up.
Round one for white.
Is this for white? Okay. Alright, let's put it. Oh, I know it's embarrassing, but I need to see. Otherwise I cannot. There's so many stones around here. I cannot. So yeah. That's not the reason why I'm a 5 though. But if you play a game with me and you can create a leather in Biomi, it can happen that I misread and you have a good chance to win. Very easily. But so who is it? Okay, I start to see it. I think. Okay, it's white. Alright. Now I can see. Okay, so it means that black cannot hane, which is sad, and it means that like this, right? Black cannot hane, so black need to play the Atari, and white need to play the Atari, and black take, and white take as well. Black played Atari once. And now black push, sorry. And this is again looks enough for white, no? I mean,
Yes.
again white doesn't really need to do anything. So just simply play a move here. Should be fine. Even with the 5.5 commit. Should be okay for white. So maybe that's why Takemiya decided to play something unusual. Play this move. It's new for me actually. I mean, Attila, for example, liked to play this move against me in some teaching game. And sometimes it's good. I mean, sometimes this is too soft, this is not enough. So sometimes you need to play something unusual. And maybe Takemiya had some plan. But Kobayashi, okay, attack. Play this. Now play this, which is again an interesting move. Because first it looks like it's weird. Let's see. Because now black can play this, right? And if I just play here, black cannot connect easily with this tesuji. Because if white extend, you can cut. If white connect, that you can underconnect. Easier than this. But actually, after how is it? Like this. Now white can play this. this is again a pretty severe move by white. The nice tesuji, because now if white try to cut, then this is Miyai for white. So black needs something more severe. Black decided this, but then I think white still cut here. And black needs to extend. And now white needs to be a little bit careful, not overextending here. Now, which would be the best move for white here? How to simplify the game? How to defend the two stone? Any idea?
This move, maybe.
Almost. Almost.
Or just connect.
Ah, that's too slow. That's too slow. Connecting it. The problem with this move that white has this, black has this white outbound, right?
Yes.
And it's a little bit annoying right now. So instead of that, white can play where black could play. So now, okay,
Black also needs connect.
yeah, black need to connect, unfortunately. And white again, just simplify the game. Because what happened here? White captured this one stone, right? For free. Became really strong here. Black has a group without the base. And as long as black need to escape here, black need to take care of that group, the game is fine for white, because that means that black cannot really hope for any point here. Black is playing on neutral moves, dumb moves. So this should be fine for black. No, I mean for white. So. No, this. And again, the cut is tempting, right? Like, come on, I can cut that if I want to. But Kobayashi say, no, no cut. Because that would be a chance for Takemiya to complicate the game and coming back. And still, right, saying, nope, territory. Just territory. And he's right, I mean, white doesn't need to learn anything. And now, here is an interesting point of the game. And a really nice positional judgment problem, let's say. Where to play next for white?
I play this move.
Ooh, okay. And why?
Because I read it as Moyo,
Yeah.
and I can weigh this and this, and looks like this is the line.
Ah, I see, I see. So you say that you have two ways to get out if I try to attack that one stone. So it should be good enough for white. If it's about...
Yes, and I think I have lots of point.
Ah, okay. So let's say that you are also ahead already. So you have a clear lead here. So it's enough if you just reduce and that's it. That's a good way of thinking actually. Maybe it's a little bit deep, let's say, and it has one function, let's say. I mean, this is just reducing, right? But not really making points.
Yes.
So we would like to look for a move which is reducing and at the same time it's building as well. So we are looking for a turning point here, as we can say. If we don't look at the top side of the board, or just the bottom side right now, where black would like to play at this point? Yeah, somewhere around there. Black, because at that, I mean, with a move like this, black can reduce and build at the very same time, right? Or let's say with a combination like this. Black is building and white is getting smaller. And black has continuation. If white reduces now, black can go there. So it means white would like to play around that move too. So a move like this has more meaning. It has a meaning that you would like to expand your left side and at the same time you reduce black as well. Of course, black can play this now, right? And it's getting a little bit bigger. But actually, as you say, that you are ahead already. So you don't need to completely destroy black territory, right?
Yes.
And this is the typical, how to say, Japanese style of playing. And actually, this is a typical computer style of playing nowadays. How AlphaGo plays against litle. Because many professionals say that AlphaGo made slight mistakes. And first they thought that it made mistakes because the program is weak. But actually the program made those mistakes, or not mistakes, but those moves were the closest to win the game the most safe way. So this move is kind of the same. This is the most safe way to win the game. Probably this is also winning the game for white, but it has some, let's say, danger, and it has some problem probably.
Oh, okay.
Maybe white can escape, but there is some possibility that white can made a mistake somewhere. So it gives some chance for black. And this move, it has no risk. It's a simple move. It has a simple meaning. I would like to reduce a bit, I would like to build a little bit. I know that I'm ahead. So it means this is enough for me. This is not the best move probably, but it leads to the safest win. It's kind of a soba. Soba means a trademark, or marketplace or something like that. So it's like making some exchange which lead to the safest win. Even if it's the smallest margin, it's still the safest way. And I think this kind of move is like that.
Or maybe play something this. Or
Sure, that's also a different kind of way of winning a game. playing something against the weak group first, and then building. But again, this can give some chance for black. For example, if you play this, black can maybe resist
Oh,
and saying, okay, let's fight, because that's my chance. And that you don't want to give black a chance. You want to win safely. And that's why white played this move first. And black played this one. And black played this. And white played this. So it's simple. So white is making the game simple. White is not doing anything fancy or anything risky, just simple moves. Extremely simple moves. No risk. And also this move aiming a little bit for this attack as well. Not directly, but just aiming. So black played. And now black played this. And this is kind of an all-out move. An all-in. Because, yeah, black can play some secure move like making shapes, settle your B group or something like that. But that's not enough for black, right? So black need to try something, but this time This time white resists. So saying, okay, dude, I might be soft a little bit, time to times, but sometimes I can fight back. And ignoring that pip is a really severe move, because now they can make some exchange, and all of a sudden the attack coming. Because now this is a time. Because this move makes a huge difference. And now black need to play awkward shapes. Really awkward shapes. And again, white just defend and doing nothing. Of course, black managed to gain, but how to say? White again, not doing anything. Like, enough. He has enough for it. And this is a really nice example, I think, how to simplify the game. Because usually, especially among amateur players, how many times you lose a game because you are ahead? I think many times. I would say I lose games many times because I'm ahead. I might think, okay, still I can give up a few here, give up a few there. And sometimes I give up too much. Or I have too much fighting spirit and say, okay, I have a 20 points lead, but how about if I make it to 30? And then, oops, now I'm losing. But this time, it's not like that. I mean, okay, this might look a bit soft, this might look a bit soft, and this might look a bit soft, but when it was about to being a bit severe, he managed to resist a bit. And again, a bit soft, but this is aiming for maybe some future attack. Because first, he said, okay, I prepare for that, because you cannot attack if you have weakness. Because here's, the shape is not the best. If you spend one more move, it's okay. And also you make some territory here. So it's completely fine. And it's also say that black needs to play one more move on dummy moves. And now white can invade a bit or reduce again. And this is much more safe than the move you mentioned before, right? Because now white has some moves which can help him to escape if black try to resist. Jag måste säga att de kallar det synet. So now just one more. Okay, white played this, black played this, which is interesting. Move right now. I guess black was just hoping that white just connect and okay, but first white can resist a bit again. And now this is interesting because again white resists a bit, not just answering simply like he could leave and doing nothing, but like this he might leave and creating some weakness before leaving. And now black need to defend. And now this move might be a bit risky, no? I mean, this is the first time that white takes some risk because what would be the simplest move? Just connect, right? Or connect somehow. No, white saying okay. But this is maybe a slight chance for black. Yeah, so... But of course white had some plan. Let's hope. But it's a bit risky. But this is also, I think, it has some kind of psychological message too. I mean, yeah, probably white could win by not doing anything, right? Just simply playing the end game and make it close and then win safely. But playing against Takemiya and show that you are not afraid to fight is, how to say, it's winning in two fields, two kind of. I mean, first you win on the go one, and also you win in his type of play, where you need to fight. And this is a message like that he's saying that I'm not afraid to fight against you, even though that I know that you can read extremely deep and accurate. And yet again I resist against you. I think that's why. And now and now here it is. White resist. And I think this move
It's like in just last one. If I can.
this is just decide the game. This is just decide the game. And I think white is favorable in this fight. But let's see how it works. So yeah, this is kind of only move. The black need to save that one soon, otherwise white just connect out. If black not doing anything here. Also black need to connect. And now I think even in the worst case, this is Seki. I think it should be like that. But white has many outside liberties, and black has
Just go.
yeah, and he can even go there. So I think that this should be at least Seki for white. Black needs to prevent the connection. And now, what white played?
This one maybe.
No, because you would like to play this at some point, probably.
Oh, okay.
Because it's aiming for the under connection, for example. This is a nice tesuji. If black ignore this, then you can just play this, for example, and connect out the half of the stones. So you don't know yet which move you would like to play in these areas, so I just jump and creating liberties. And now, ooh, once again, wood. Okay, so this is interesting. Nice, okay. I don't understand this game anymore, but but this is okay. Let's keep continuing. Let's see what happened here. I cannot believe that white can lose this semi or white can lose this game, but Takemiya keep continue, so it might can happen. But actually, white has an eye already, right?
Yes.
They have many shared liberty. Okay, not that many shared liberty actually. And also, there is some damezumari in the white shade. So probably it's not that obvious as it looks like. And actually here, now white need to connect, which is a problem. So it's not that clear. Because now if white connect here, black can throw in ones, Atari here, and black can play this. And white is dead. It's a sad story. Wow, okay. So So that's why white actually connected here, now, and black started the call. Yes. So now,
This one.
that's not there. Oh yeah, sorry. Thank you. Now what was the cost rate? Okay. This is interesting because I just say okay, enough. But disco is okay. And what was the cost rate? This was the cost rate. And now white said, let's exchange. And black played this. And white played this. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure yet why it's good for white. Now I play this. What? Interesting. And now I need to leave actually. So black cut here. And what happened next? Okay, I see. So this was some interesting full recovery here. Let's count how
This is
this is what?
13 points.
17, just
13.
30, 30, okay. Well, it's easy. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Oh, this already I counted, sorry.
Yes.
Okay. And so it's 26, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31. This I counted?
Yes.
So 31, and white could have 3 points there, maximum 4, no 3 points. So it's 34 points, right? Actually 35 because of these two in the game. So it's 35 and a half. And white gained what? So 20, because white need to take everything, right?
Yes.
But he,
But before black has
yeah, that
maybe
was
30
yeah, that was
points.
the black biggest territory before that.
Yes.
Right now, became the white biggest territory all of a sudden. I'm not sure exactly how much white gained, but white just stole these points. So this is 20. So this is for sure at least 40, but I would say it's more. Okay, black gained a little bit here too, but that's not that much. And actually this is also center, so black still need to play a move here. So for sure white gained after this exchange. And I think probably I would end this review here because now only the end game left. interested. So yeah, now only endgame left, and I don't think that black can change the result at this point. Right? I don't think so, it's possible. Yeah, so I think I would end this game here. I think this was a really good example of how to simplify the game and yet at the very same time how to make it absolutely not necessary and complicated.
Yes, this was look like very risky.
Yeah, it was like, why? I mean, the whole game was about that white is ahead and he did many moves which was just telling that I'm ahead and I don't care about what you are doing. And all of a sudden, he decided to go deep and he decided to go for all in a ko, but I can imagine that he already counted out that black has no big enough ko threat. And also, if we look at this position, this was the biggest black territory, right?
Yes.
And actually, white invaded like he has nothing to lose. Because anyway, this was the black territory. So, okay, maybe some minus could happen if he invade and die without any compensation. And maybe then, like that, he would lose the game. But like this, he created a ko which is extremely huge, and he knew, most probably, that black has no big enough ko threat at this point. So, it might look risky, but probably it wasn't that risky
Yes.
to start this ko at all.
Right. Probably if
Yeah, I mean,
Black
if he lose the ko and he cannot really win anything from it, he most probably just lose this area,
yes,
and that's not.
and
that,
this game.
yes, a few endgame there, but that's also not that big. So yeah, it's interesting. Any question left about this fantastic game? Because the second part was completely off for me. I mean, amazing what these guys can do. But I think that's all for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it.